Hey guys, Cute and Cuddly here with another mini tutorial. And this time we're going to be doing hands. Yes, doing hands. Dread it. Hands. If one doesn't like it, you have to do it. That kind of thing. So I'm going to show you, I think would be the easiest way to do it, but I'm not really an expert and I do have trouble sometimes with doing hands. So hopefully this will help you guys out, beginners or people who already know how to do it and stuff. It's just, I thought maybe it'll be a bit easier, especially for people who are still learning or they're starting to learn how to do it. So, what I usually do when I start, and hopefully you can see this, is I start at the base, like the paw feet. I start at the base, remember, when we did this, and we did the paw feet, and blah blah blah. The way I do the hand is a similar technique, but we are using fingers. And the way to think about it is when you're drawing hands, you need to think about it as mittens. And that's kind of odd to think about, but just hear me out. Just think about them as mittens. It's the easy way to describe it. So the way I usually start it off is I start off similar to the paw feet. I would do the top of the hand, which is connected to the arm, and then I would do the back part, quote unquote, like the paw pad or paw feet, and then I would do a longer section there, and then we would do this one going down like this, and then we connect it. Now, unlike the paw feet, you don't want this and this part to be too long because it is the hand. So this is pretty much giving you the distance between the thumb, which is, this is the base of the thumb right here, and the fingers, which is the base of the fingers right here. And you don't want to do it too long because then you'll have a bit of a distance between the thumb and the fingers. If you start the finger here, you'd have a kind of like, I guess, lanky fingers or something like that, or really elongated fingers. And if that's not your style, you know, go ahead. But to do a more, I guess, average or generalized hand, this is how I do it. Later on you could take the technique and, you know, tweak it to whatever character you want to do, be it chubby hands or skinny hands or long or whatever. So we just start with this, and then to mimic the mitten kind of thing, image, you would do the thumb. So think of it as the thumb, and if you need a guide, you can put a circle here in case, so you know where the rotation of the thumb would be. And it would rotate, you know, like that, or inward, or whatever. And then you would do, depending on what you want your fingers to be doing, you would put the mittens. If you're wearing mittens, you would imagine how it would reshape and form to your fingers. So let's say we want it to be just relaxing. So you just do something like that. And you would do that with the pointed. This way you can tell where the longest finger is, which is your middle finger, and where your shortest one, which is over here. So if we want to put in the fingers, it's a similar technique to the paw toes. You would just, you know, 1, 2 joints, and then you would just connect it, and then again 1, 2 lines for the joint, and then again 1, 2, and 1, 2. And if you want to do like a little bit of a separation, you can do that too, to make it look more, you know, if you want feminine or whatever, doesn't matter. And there you go. And there's a hand. And then you can just, you know, customize it however you want. You can put the little knuckle there, you can make it thinner, connect it like that. Thumb is there, and the reason why you do the thumb like that is so you can tell that you can connect it to the hand quite easily. Because if you did do it with just a square, and then you put the thumb here or whatever, sometimes it gets a little bit like it's too straight. You need a bit of an indent there for the thumb. So that's why that's the first thing you draw when you do it. You do the little separation, so you're like forced to kind of do the indent yourself, and you don't get the odd thumb thing going on or whatever. Alright, so let's try it with different types of hand gestures, I guess. So let's say we want to do it not relaxed, but we want to do it more of the fingers curled in. So we do the top, the side, and again, don't do it too long, and then this. These should be about the same, I guess, length here as a reference if you want to do it. And again, if you want the circle as a guide, let's say we want the thumb to be kind of curled in, so we can just do that like that. Again, think of it as a mitten like that, and then we want it to be curled in, so you would do the mitten kind of curled in like that, and you just kind of, you know, you can always wear a mitten to get a reference. I'm just doing it off the top of my head. And to do the fingers, you would do the 1, 2, 3, because it's bending inwards, and then you would do the thumb there. And then you can just, you know, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you got the curled it over fingers. You can just remove that, and, you know, fix it however you want to fix it, and stuff like that. The thumb would usually be there. Let's say we want to do it from the palm, so you can see the palm. So you would do the same thing. You would do the top, or the base. You'd do the thumb. Let's do the thumb on the other side. Thumb, and then the where it connects to the fingers, side, bottom, circle for the thumb. And this is the guide to where you want the where the middle of your thumb is, right there. And you would draw in, you see you want a relaxed thumb. I'm going to do a relaxed thumb. This is an awkward angle. I am not comfortable with this angle. Let's just rotate that. There we go, so you can see what I'm doing. And you would do the, you know, thumb like if you're wearing a mitten. See, because I did it at a weird angle, the shape's all distorted. There we go. And you would do the mitten. So let's say the fingers are all splayed out, so you'd the thing would be kind of like that. And then if you want to like guide to where your fingers would connect, you would just put in 4 knuckles, and you can do that. So you can see where the finger would separate. And you would do that. And you can tell where the fingers are because of the little circle you put in. You can tell what the sizes are. You don't have like weird length fingers and stuff, but if you want to do that and that's your style, go ahead. I don't I don't judge, but this is how I do it. Let's do one where it looks like they're holding a ball. So here's a ball. Let's say it is resting on top of it. So again, you would do the top, the base, top, thumb, side, side, and then the finger bit line, circle for the thumb, and then you would do the, let's see, then you would do the thumb kind of like that, if you want to do it. Like resting on it, like that. Again, it's just a guide to figure out where your thumb is, like that. And then let's just make this a little bit thinner. There we go. And then put in the knuckles if you want to figure out where your fingers start off at. And let's say we want it kind of splayed out over it. So let's do that like that. And like, let's make sure that the sizing is correct. There we go. You have knuckles here, so you would just do the 1, 2, 1, 2, and again 1, 2, 2, just like resting on the ball. That. Remember, if the fingers are too far apart, you can do the separation there, and then do the pinky kind of cut off a little bit because it's hiding behind the other fingers, like that. And that's kind of resting on the ball there. Let's do it maybe grasping the ball. Let's see. So base, top, thumb, side, finger line, circle for the thumb, and then because it's grasping, you'd have it kind of the nail kind of inside, so you'd have it more of an angular look to the thumb, like that. And then you have to make that a little bit shorter. There we go. And you have the knuckles, and you'd kind of do a similar thing, but because it is grasping, you'd need it to be more angular, like that. And then you would kind of gotta remember that it needs to be curled in. So if you do that, it needs to be a little bit more angular to look like it's grasping. Yeah, like that. So let's see, what other finger gestures can we do? Let's try doing like different separation on fingers, like if we want to do like the peace sign maybe. So we do the similar, let's erase this wall, that. Let's say we want to do the peace sign. So we do the base, thumb, side, side, top, that. And then you'd have the finger kinda like that. And if you put the circle there, you can tell where the thing indents. And then knuckles. We want to do the peace sign, so you can do it with the, again, the mitten. And because they're separated, you'd have a little bit of an indentation with the mitten, like that. And then you would go down, and you'd have it kind of fold over for the other fingers, like that. So when you put in the fingers, you do that, and because you put in the knuckles, you can tell where the separation would be, like that. And then finger, finger, there. So you kind of erase the rest and blah blah blah. You know the drill. Customize it however you want. Make it look all fancy and stuff. Let's say you want to do separation with this kind of hand gesture, like pointed downwards. So you do the same thing. So you do the base, side, 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 bottom, and circle for the thumb so you can tell where it rotates, and you do the thumb however you want. Let's do it like that, and like that. And let's say I want to do let's do kind of a let's rock kind of gesture. So let's do alright. Again with the thumb. You do it like a mitten, so like that. And you have a little bit of a indentation here, and like that. And you have a little bit of an indentation here for the fingers because of the mitten. And then when you want to draw in the thing, you put in the knuckles, you draw in the finger, and then like that, and because I didn't draw that in right, like that. And you would just do the knuckle here, or whatever you want to do. Finger, nail, blah blah. You have the rock on. And if you want to make the fix it up, you can always do that too. There you go. So I hope that was helpful, and if you have any more questions about hands, like, I could try to answer them. As you can see, I'm not that good at it myself, but I do try my best to get the gestures that I want. So hopefully this helped somebody. And I will see you in the next mini tutorial. If you have any questions, leave them below or on my Furfinity or DeviantArt. And talk to you later. Take care.